Hey, what's going on? This is Mark Song, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness, and with this one, I wanted to, not that it's important, but share my journey that I'm on now compared to the stuff I've been doing for about a year. And with this one, I just started doing barbell deadlifts again. Um, since I actually have the plates to do it compared to before, to where it's less likely I feel pain due to the plates being too small. So now that I have 45s again, um, regular 45, not bumper plates. So now that I have 45s again, I can actually do deadlifts and be good. So the goal is to try to get back to lifting certain numbers that I was able to do before and share that journey with you as I have as much fun as I possibly can towards getting back to that. Alright, so that's just 135, good to go. As far as not feeling anything in my back or anything. So now just what I believe is a small jump, at least a small jump for me. And I will work on my lighting. The light that I have had got used a bit too much and I had to throw it away. So especially for those that have nothing better to do than to say bad stuff whenever they see certain things, as if that's also important or you got nothing better to do. But I am gonna get better lighting. Just got to the point to where figure out what I'm gonna do because I need a new tripod too. So tripod, light, and fun. Okay, so that's that. Put this bump on. And this is after working, not only working, but walking for almost 2.5 hours, if not more, getting here. And now doing this. So again, my goal is to get back to lifting I think the goal is to do double, 2 times my weight, if not more, as soon as possible. So seeing that it's late October, see if I can do more than 2 times my body weight by the second week of December. So depending on when some of you see this, by the second week of December for 2025. Alright, so what is this, the third warm-up set? With high hopes I don't go too high before getting to a certain number. I think the goal for today is to see if I can do at least 415 for the first time in a while. Okay. I think I can do that with the little bit of plates that I have. I think I did 425 squats yesterday, so. Okay, so to try not to go too crazy, I think I gotta put something other than 25s on. So, boom, and then it's 3. It should be 3. So, if I do that, I think that'll give me what I'm trying to do, with high hopes I can actually do it. Alright, so I probably shouldn't have put that much on yet, but I believe I have 415 on right now. 415 on right now for the first time in at least a year, if not longer. Especially seeing that I actually hurt these, if you can actually see them with the horrible lighting, hurt these 2 fingers like a week or 2 ago. I don't even remember when I did it. I think it was last week, at some point last week, so I'm still recovering from it. I don't really feel it unless I'm doing stuff. So once I try to do this, and then depending on how many videos you've seen of mine, obviously, as of this week, I'm back to doing 6 days. Whether or not I keep going, I'm not sure yet. Compared to the 4 that I've been doing for like 3 months, if not longer. So back to doing that. So as a 40-year-old vegan, we'll see if I'm going to keep that up, depending on how my body looks and how my body feels. So 415 on, first time in at least a year, probably longer. All right. Alright, so see if I'm on my way within the next 6 weeks to see if I can get back to doing, like I'm already doing more than my body weight, obviously, with it being 415. So I'm very happy with that. For those of us, at least with the guys I went to school with, I had a feast before I started working out. So I'm still recovering from that. Even though it wasn't a heavy feast in my opinion, but I still feel it. So yeah, I got 415 on today. I didn't really have doubt that I can do it. It just depends on how many sets I can actually do. So if I'm able to possibly do 2 more sets, not only to do 2 more sets, to see if I recover before I go to work tomorrow. So especially seeing that we go to work so early. So yeah, I got 415 on this time. This, what is it, late morning, early afternoon? I think it's late morning. Yeah, feeling pretty good about that. And some other stuff I was already feeling good about anyway. So yeah, feeling pretty good about that. See if I do 1 more set as far as the video is concerned. and then I might do one more after that, even though you won't see it. And then, oh, and that's the other thing. So I'm doing 6 days, so back to doing 6 days for whatever the time period, maybe at least 2 weeks, possibly longer. So 6 days, back and shoulders. Earlier this week, especially for those who saw my videos this year, to where 1 week I would do barbell, 1 week I would do dumbbells. So now that I'm back to doing 6 days, barbell the first 3 days, dumbbell the second 3 days. So that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. I have no reason not to do that. So, and then after this week, I might be done with doing anywhere between 1 and 3 reps. I'm kind of hoping so. And I'm going to be doing sets of 5 or 6 reps with pretty much everything except for biceps and triceps. So that's my plan. Lift really heavy barbell deadlifts and just see how much my body keeps changing as a 40-year-old vegan. So compared to others who wait till January 1st, for whatever reason people do that. So see if next week I do, probably not because I want to do more reps, but so if not next week, whenever I do this again, try to do at least 465 for 2, or at least 1. All right, so see if I can do another set of 2. Not talking about, buddy. All right. And then that's the interesting thing about my back recovering, if I feel it at all, and being able to go to work tomorrow. If I just do 1 set, I'll be good. So it's the fact that I'm doing a second and possibly a 3rd set, that's going to be the thing. Back up a little bit. What are you looking at me, buddy? You want to do it too? Hashtag yes, please. So yeah, just keep trying. Pretty much regardless of your current age and what you're trying to do. Excuse me. How are you going to know what you are capable of? Whether you're younger than me, my age, or older, how are you going to know what you are capable of if you don't try? And regardless of whatever your reason is, so whether you love doing it, you play a certain sport, have a certain job, preparing your body for possible emergencies that happen at work, at home, family, friends, possibly being able to save a life, the curiosity of what you can do, whatever your reason is, hopefully it's working for you. And if not, hopefully you're blessed to figure out what to do, how to do it, for it to start working for you. There are many ways to do it, so that's one of the reasons I don't really lose enthusiasm towards what to do, because there's so many ways to do it. which makes it fun and exciting for me to see what I can do, whether it's more weight, more reps, faster, see how my body changes in terms of being more swole, possibly more defined. I'm not really focused on more defined, usually not focused on more defined. I think about it, but the interesting thing about so when you want certain things, you have to take into consideration what needs to be done. And to a certain degree, I think most people do. So when you want certain things, having an idea of what you actually have to do, and if you're actually capable of doing it, and then if you're actually going to put the effort towards doing it. So again, I'm more focused on my strength compared to looking like Terry Crews. What's another example? Looking like Michael Hearn, even though people spend way too much time talking about whether or not he's on steroids or not. Looking like Shannon Sharp, and whether or not people think he's on steroids or not. Looking like what's his name? Looking like Bishop from X-Men. For those of us who remember the Bishop from the '90s. What was that? 1992 when X-Men came out. For those of us that are old enough. I can't remember, or maybe even Luke Cage for people who saw Luke Cage on cartoons, but from what I remember, Luke Cage wasn't around when I was growing up, which I'm upset about, but especially for those of us that didn't grow up reading comics. So whatever whoever and whatever your motivation is towards being strong and looking a certain way, hopefully that's working for you. Whatever your reason is, keep going, make changes as needed. And then, for me, being the owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness, if you want or need help, and me being actually able to do that, especially with the decades of experience I have, some of which I probably did it before some of you were born, or you were babies, whatever. So again, if you just happen to want or need help along your journey, because again, as far as deadlifts are concerned, some other things too, I'm actually restarting kind of sort of. So, needing or wanting help along your journey towards being able to move certain loads for a certain number of reps, a certain number of sets, feeling as if it's taking you longer than you would like, and I know how that feels. Longer than you would like to be able to move certain loads. Let's figure, let me help you figure out why it's taking you so long. And it might be something simple. That's the interesting thing about getting help. I told this story many times. Maybe he'll actually see this video if he's actually still subscribed to my stuff. But there was and hopefully this is one of the last things, but there was a guy, he was deadlifting. He saw me deadlifting 405, and he goes, "Can I try that?" I was like, "Yeah, if you feel you're ready to do it, go ahead." And he went to do it, and he couldn't do it, or at least at that time, and it was his fault because of the hand position he chose while deadlifting. Why anybody would choose that hand position, I don't know. Maybe he didn't know, just wanted to try it, whatever. And it was just, so he failed, and he probably, all right, maybe I'll get stronger. But thankfully, I didn't walk away when he tried to do the 405 deadlift. And I asked him, why did you try to deadlift? So you saw what I just did. So when you deadlift, you do it a certain way. So the friend that I'm talking about, when he went to deadlift, he had his hands like very narrow in the bar and went to deadlift. So now you making it to where even if you're strong enough to do it, because you're making it harder on yourself by deadlifting and trying to balance it more than you need to. I think I can do it, but I'm kind of strong. One, two, I'm crazy, kind of. So for others, instead of trying to deadlift here, and you go shoulder width, which most if not all of us should do. So he waited a little bit, moved his hands, and lifted. I actually recorded it. Actually, I think it was on his phone, but I actually recorded it. And he actually did it. So again, when it comes to getting help, it might be something simple. Your hand position, your foot position. You might be trying to lift too fast. You might be trying to do too many sets to where by the time you try to do the next exercise, you're exhausted. So getting help is important, especially if you get help from people who actually know what the heck they're talking about. So if you're seeing stuff like this, apparently you're interested in strength training, power training, being swole, trying to better yourself. And again, as far as what I do and what I offer, if you're interested in help of some sort, specifically online, to either become a paying member of my Patreon, and I'll put the information at the bottom of the video, a paying member of my Patreon. I think there's at least 5 different tiers for you to choose from. And I don't remember them all, but if any actually. So there's 5 different tiers for you to choose from, to where you can, again, depending on which tier of membership you choose, you get certain things included. And if that's not enough for you, as far as getting stronger and being able to have certain questions answered, and as far as having a workout sent to you with the online platform that I have, for you to direct message me, if you're not a member of my Patreon, to direct message me on Fuller Fitness BNY on Instagram, to see if you're actually interested and can afford online personal training for anywhere between 3 or 6 months or month to month. And again, just to make it to where we figure out what change you need to make. And again, it's as far as being the owner and trainer of the sole owner and trainer of the business that I have, or anyone with a business, but specifically me. If you feel that you can't afford any portion of personal training, especially seeing that it's not per session, and even if it was, if you feel you can't afford personal training, don't contact a personal trainer asking a bunch of questions knowing you can't afford stuff and hoping for certain tips, especially multiple tips that we actually have a business for. So hopefully no one should have to tell many of you that, but for those of you who are dumb enough to keep sending out messages knowing you either can't afford it or don't want to pay for it. So again, I'll put my information below the video for people that are interested in becoming a paying member of my Patreon, to support the channel, and then being able to, depending on which tier you pay for, to get certain benefits. And then whether or not you contact me on Instagram or TikTok, I'll try to put that on for those who don't see it on TikTok. And again, let's see if we can get you to lift in certain lows, possibly certain lows you never thought you would lift. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. This is Martone, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness. Take care.